Yeah. Okay. Welcome to my next video. Okay. In this video, I'm going to explain about the concept of capacitor. Okay. Capacitor, definition of capacitor and their usage, and there are different types of capacitor, which we are used in our daily life, such as in a different electric device. Generally, capacitor look like this different symbol or different shape. These are the shape of capacitor. These are the representation form of the capacitor. There are different kinds of the capacitor. Generally, capacitor are two types. They are polarized and non-polarized. And polarized capacitor has mentioned or specified their poles, means positive poles or negative poles. Means in a given capacitor, if the pole, means if the terminal of the capacitor are fixed, and such kind of the capacitor are called polarized capacitor. Generally, the polarized capacitor consists of positive and negative poles, and positive poles represented by a straight line, and sometimes the negative capacitor are represented by this curved line. This is the circuit diagram of a capacitor. And why we use the capacitor, and what do you mean by capacitor, how it works, everything I'm going to explain. Okay. At first, now I'm going to give a short definition to know the capacitor. Yes, these all are the capacitor. First of all, capacitor means what? And I'm going to explain. A capacitor is a passive electric element, just like as a resistance, but that accumulates the energy in the form of electrostatic field. Means capacitor is one kind of the electric device which store the electric charge. Okay, electric charge, and after you store the electric charge on it, it releases the charge in the form of electricity in the given circuit. Okay, such kind of electric device is known as a capacitor. So a capacitor is a passive electric element that accumulates the energy. First, that accumulate the energy either from battery or from the electric source, either from the battery or from electric source. After accumulate this energy in the form of electrostatic field, and its supply after a few interval of time as our require or as our desires, it supply the continue energy, means the electricity in a given circuit. So it is used. In simple word, capacitor include two conducting plate. Okay, generally the capacitor has a two conducting plate, just like as this. Okay, and this conducting plate alienated by the dielectric, means inside these two capacitor there is exist of dielectric. Okay, generally dielectric means air, water, glass. Okay, these are known as the dielectric. Okay, and capacitor is an electric component, and after store the charge like just like as the electrostatic fields, means the electric charge. Okay, rest charge, and it releases the rest charge in the form of electricity in a given circuit. It also passes the alternating current without passing the direct current. Okay, Capacitor store the direct current or alternating current in the form of storing charge, and it also help to passes the alternating charge without just like as a passing of direct current. Okay, it always help to passes the stored charge in the form of in the form of alternating current. Mainly, capacitor is used for storing electric energy, just like as our cell phone. Okay, there is also charge storing capacity in daily life. We say just like as a battery. Okay, these capacitors are help to withdraw the energy from this battery and supply the energy towards the electric equipment. It is an electric component that draws the energy from a battery. Yeah. First, capacitor help to draws the energy from the battery, and this store energy inside the capacitor continuously follow in the given circuit, and the electric equipment work out. And the capacitor is a device that store the electric energy in an electric field. And there are mainly this is the circuit diagram of the capacitor. Sometimes capacitor is represented by this way: positive sign given with the state to parallel plate, and this state to parallel plate represented by this positive sign or negative sign is generally known as non-polarized non-polarized capacitor. And just beyond on left hand side, just beyond on right hand side, on the given image, the curved shaped plate of a transistor with given a positive sign, it is a non-polarized. It is polarized types of capacitor. The simple way how the capacitor work, or how the capacitor performs their work. First of all, we connect the battery with the given circuit, and we take a electric light. Okay, means like a LED light. Okay, light emitting diode in between the given circuit, and on either side, on another side of the given circuit, we kept their capacitor. And after circuit on, the bulb of a given circuit is off. After close the circuit, and the electricity run through the given circuit, and charge is stored nearby this capacitor, and charge is stored in this capacitor. And after electric circuit is off means switch off, and circuit is open, then capacitor work as a electric source, and the electric current flow through the given circuit, and the bulb glow. Okay, so after cutting out after cut off the supply of energy source from the battery, the given circuit also continuously work by storing the source inside the capacitor plate. This is the way to this is the diagram, or this is the mechanism of capacitor to perform their tasks. Yeah, in the given this diagram, we can see the LED bulb, resistor, capacitor, and battery. First of all, when switch on and the circuit is closed, and charge run through the given circuit, and the charge is accumulate inside the capacitor, and there exists inside the capacitor there exists electrostatic field, and inside the electrostatic field charge are accumulate. And after cut of the source of energy supply on it, and the LED bulb also work out. Why this happen? Due to the capacitor because inside the capacitor there is a storing charge in the form of energy or the alternating current, and after cut off this source, electric source, means that after removing this battery, the charge flow through the given resistor and finally reach to the bulb, this our LED bulb, and it glow. These are also known as the capacitor, but these are non-polarized capacitor. The non-polarized capacitor look like this shape. Okay, there are given some indicator. Okay, in this indicator represent the given capacitor has a capacity 10 to the power 35, and if there is marking on negative sign, or just like look this way, if this is the capacitor, if there is any marking like negative sign, positive sign given, then we say that this is a polarized capacitor, otherwise they are non-polarized capacitor. I'm going to showing some example of the polarized capacitor. These all are non-polarized capacitor. Okay, polarized capacitor just look like this shape. Okay, yeah, this is our polarized capacitor because there is given by plus sign, means this terminal, plus sign terminal, this wire connected to the plus sign is known as the positive terminal, means positive poles, and another one is the negative pole, and this capacitor has capacity to store the 25 volt of electricity, and it has 100 microfarad capacity of a capacitance, capacitor of a capacitance. This capacitor is a device. Capacitance is the magnitude of the given capacitor. This given capacitor, this capacitor has 100 microfarad. This capacitor has a 100 microfarad capacitance. Its magnitude is 100. Similarly, we have given this capacitor. There is also marking positive sign, so we say that this is polarized capacitor, and this also. Okay, these are known as the polarized capacitor. And generally this is the fixed capacitor on left hand side, and middle of the side is polarized and variable capacitor, just like as our variable resistance capacitor has also variable resistance. The simple formation or the mechanism of the capacitor is this. How to it store the energy inside the capacitor, we can also visualize with the help of this figure. There is a two connecting parallel plate, and inside it there is a dielectric. Dielectric means either water, air, glass. Okay, and these are help to store the charge inside it. Okay, the capacitor has a two plate. My negative terminal has a one negative terminal, means negative plate, and another one is a positive plate. Okay, cathode and anode, in the form of cathode and anode, and this negative plate of the capacitor connected with the negative terminal of the battery, as well as the positive terminal of the positive terminal of capacitor is connected with the positive terminal of a battery. Here we can also see the negative sign of the given capacitor, and it is such kind of transistor is known as the polarized transistor. It help to make the connect the circuit easily. Okay, yeah. At last, I'm going to summarize the definition of capacitor. It is a device. Okay, that accumulate the energy, means that store the energy in the form of electrostatic field. Okay, capacitor is an electric device that store the energy in the form of electrostatic field and release this energy in the form of electricity in a given circuit. Okay, yeah, it is used for like storing electric energy. It is used as a store the charge. Okay, and after store the charge on it, and cut the supply of energy from the source of electricity, and it behaves as a source, means this our capacitor behaves as a source. So it is made, or it invent for facilitate, for makes easy our daily life. And the given figure we have also given to rated the different value as well as the negative sign. This negative sign indicate that the polarized capacitor, and one of the end of the given circuit has a negative sign, and its capacitance value is 20 microfarad, 22 microfarad. Its capacitance as 22 microfarad, and these types of the capacitor are we can use, or are mainly used to the voltage value 450. Okay, it has a capacity to withdraw the charge from 450 volt. Okay, thank you.